Let's just hop to it, huh? We got a bunch of Runeterra decks in the queue, and I want to waste no time getting into it. This first one is a build around submission for Riven plus Shyvana here. So, Grand Plaza, while not one of the build around requirements, I think is just going to be a cornerstone of Demacia midrange and control decks moving forward. This card just allows you to turn every unit you play for the remainder of the game while it sits out there into a piece of board control. And, you know, we've got bigger things like Riven, and Shyvana especially, too, is good. This is a card that's often felt like it's wanted challenger, so, you know, Shyvana, if you play her down with Grand Plaza out when you have the attack token, she's going to be a 6/6 with challenger that lets you hook and mow something down pretty consistently. Something that's kind of cute at the top end of the curve that synergizes with Riven. So Riven reforges notably whenever we gain that attack token. So reforge creates one of these 3 blade fragments to either give 2 attack, overwhelm, or quick attack. And then when you've played all 3 blade fragments, you get that Blade of the Exile, which is very good with our larger threats for pushing damage out. And then her leveled mode synergizes with that Blade of the Exile, giving her double power from it. So if you Blade of the Exile Riven's leveled mode, she becomes an 8/5 with Overwhelm and Quick Attack, which is nothing to scoff at. We've got things like Grizzled Ranger, because Scout notably gives you extra attack tokens, which synergizes with Riven. This card's also great with Plaza. If you play Plaza on 3 and then Grizzled Ranger on 4, you get to kill 2 things off their board usually. And at the very top end of our curve, we've got some Captain Pharaon, as well as some Dragon Guard lookouts here. When I'm summoned, if you behold a dragon, you get to rally. So that's pretty good with Plaza. You can play this on a turn you normally wouldn't have the attack token. It gets bigger. It also triggers Riven's reforgeability. So let's go ahead and dive on into some games with this more mid-rangey Demacia deck and see how it goes. Multiple of 0. Thank you for the 14 months of Prime. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Zigfrin, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. I've seen people talk about how Grand Plaza might only be a 2-of since it's bad in multiples. Any opinions on that? Yeah, my opinion is that I'm playing 2 decks with 3 of them today, so I disagree with that. I think Grand Plaza is good enough that it makes up for drawing a second one when it's bad. I also think that Grand Plaza is a card that's going to dictate how the format's sculpted a little bit, and I would expect to see more people integrating landmark removal into their decks moving forward, so I want the best chance to have a second one when they kill my first.
Raise your weapon, Sunwind.
Yeah, Pickle. Runeterra not having a bunch of crap pack filler and not having to guesstimate what's going to be good or bad, you can just, like, build things with confidence is great. Like, even this, talking about landmark removal, you know, I've got 2 copies of Scorched Earth in my deck in large part because of other landmark decks. So this Dorko reforges on death. This one reforges when she comes into play. So we've got 1 blade shard here already. I can't attack now, so we'll just pass back. And here, you know, one of the things that's really sweet about Plaza is a card that makes it so when you're attacking on evens, it's really great. So we get to play this on 3, and then on 4 we get to play Grizzled Ranger and mess their board up like we talked about in the opener, basically. Plaza basically dictates how the game is played for the remainder. Opponent is likely a Grand Plaza deck as well, I imagine. If they're not, they probably should be.
Alright, let's mess some folks up.
These are the folks we're gonna mess up here, chat, for those wondering. Yeah, Leona is an okay pseudo-natural counter to Plaza. Okay. And I got a little bit greedy there, and I got punished for it. So, was trying to get value out of that and kill both of these before my scout happened, but we got. Honestly, I think I'm just playing second Plaza out here. Or we're destroying theirs. That sounds like a better plan. Like I said, not super surprised that my opponent is also a Plaza deck.
Devotion through battle.
Hey, Seagon, thanks for keeping on with the tier 1 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Yeah, with the introduction of Plaza to the format, I think you should be trying to work landmark interaction into most of your non-aggro decks at this point.
Everywhere I go, the light follows.
Time to get rowdy.
Hey, Fat Nerd, thanks for the 5 months. Welcome back. Yeah, I think two's a good number. That's what two pieces of landmark removal is what you're gonna see in a lot of the decks I'm gonna be building. Pack-a-Lunch and Tanalore, thanks for the follows. Welcome to the channel. Good morning.
Daylight everlasting.
There isn't a way to get rid of the ads, and that is actually why I elected to stop using it. Their overlay is nice, but not nice enough to deal with adverts. It's real obnoxious. Even if you pay them money, it doesn't get rid of the ads on their overlay. It's real bad design. Rahulk, thanks for the follow. So next turn, I'm going to have next turn we're gonna have 9 total mana. So I think I want to drop a 5-drop here to be as resource efficient as possible. Excuse me, Mighty Glacier. This is triple Challenger. Thank you. Landmark should have duplicates be a spell. Now, I think these cards are already a little bit too pushed. I don't think I want them to be that good.
No turning back now.
It's my time.
We're 1 away from forging the blade, so I'm gonna throw this out there and say, hey, you can eat this if you want to give me the blade. Feel like there's a good chance this matchup's probably not good for our deck. Our opponent's deck is definitely a bit bigger than ours is. That being said, Baron's busted, chat. Baron is busted. He's gonna break this siege, chat. Hey, hello, Daniello. Thanks for the Prime sub. There's a lot of great people. You could send that to every single month here on Twitch. Thanks for sending it my way this month and keeping me employed. Welcome. Ooh, that's a good one.
Dragon blood, Demacian heart.
Demacian heart. Yeah, this one seemed sweet in this with Riven and the other dragons. Lets you get that rally trigger on their turn.
Suffer my fury.
I'm gonna give this Dorko Overwhelm here. Push some damage there. Think I want to play this out. I think I want to leave myself the option to do this. I'm gonna have this fight something. Maybe a concerted strike. Concerted, sure. Think I want to just play Radiant Guardian here. This isn't quite lethal, right?
Look lively, soldier.
I guess it's pretty close. Yeah, let's do this. If I do this here, the decimates are probably lethal next turn, right?
All unbelievers will see the light.
I spotted something.
The guilty will bear.
Hey, I'm glad you're enjoying it, Telly. He didn't. Yeah. It's really hard. It's really hard to get card game players convinced that they should try something new. And I think if most card game players tried Runeterra, they'd discover they'd like it a lot. And to be fair, part of the reason why it's so hard to convince card game players to try a new game is because of, I mean, I can't say that I really super blame card game players for being hesitant to try new things, because the way games have been structured in the past, like things like Hearthstone and Arena, they don't really encourage you to try new things, right? If you just assume everything new is going to be structured like Hearthstone or Arena is structured, like, there really isn't an incentive for you to go out and try things, because, like, why would you want to get involved with another thing that's, like, that abusive of a system to you? Definitely just open attacks here.
Power before our might.
No!
Well, to be fair, they had Plaza and we killed it, so, like, This game came down to the fact that I've constructed my deck to have Plaza interaction, right? Like, they played Plaza on 4 this game, I believe, and they never got to use it because I just destroyed it. Well, they're dead through Star Shaping. Yeah, if they're not playing Divergent Paths, they definitely should be. How does Reforge work? Every time you Reforge, you get a Blade Fragment. When you've played all 3 different kinds of Blade Fragments, you get a Blade of Exile. Yeah, everything about Runeterra is refreshing coming from Magic, whether it's the lack of non-games, or the economy not being a predatory pile of garbage, or the client being very reasonable software in comparison. There's a lot to love. To the animations being slick and great, to the sound design being awesome. Mulligan these 2. But I'm playing Kali Stacker. Could be something kind of aggressive. I'm going to block these 2. There isn't really an efficient coverage page I can link you to for yesterday. One area Runeterra could really stand to improve in is that it shows that Runeterra is still trying to figure out all their coverage details and stuff, and like Magic and other games have their coverage stuff down, like finding deck lists or well organized information. I think BBG won the tournament yesterday, but I don't have a deck list link available because that's just like not something they regularly share or conveniently share. So, like, what decks did he play? I have no idea. I don't have a thing to link you either. That's something that hopefully gets improved. Having an official location for coverage stuff like that would be ideal. Yeah, I think one of the Riot folks put together a spreadsheet, but ideally they would just have a page on their website. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and play Shyvana here before attacks. So getting our dragon damage in. I think I'm pretty okay trading this here. They trade here, they take 8.
Your death has been
Seeing one of the kind of key issues with ephemerals here, my opponent's deck just hasn't played to the board at all. And we're getting pretty far ahead because of that. And like, because they haven't played to the board at all, I don't even really need to play Plaza here, right? Alright. That could be pretty good. I'm gonna pass for now and see what they do. I assume there's gonna be...
or shadow.
Okay, well that means there's no copy of Deathmark coming. Mizzy, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Well, they're definitely attacking, right?
Shadow take you. Silly thing.
Okay, I think I just do this and then play Radiant Guardian here. I could be... This line is the more defensive line, but I think it's better overall to be a little bit conservative here. And then with that, we probably just kill them, right? This guy's been really good so far.
give them a good fight, Yesenia.
We always do, Anna.
Banish the unworthy!
Yeah, it's easy, a little bit easier to enable than Citrus. Yeah, lookouts look much better. Citrus Courier is one that's always felt super awkward when I've played it. Actually enjoying a card game, yeah. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird to like want to play as opposed to feeling obligated to play. Thanks for the 7 months, Telheaton. I appreciate the prime. Welcome back. Glad to see you find your way over to Runeterra. It's great. Garen Oriensol. Probably want to mulligan, looking for a more aggressive curve.
See the world from behind a battle.
How I feel playing Magic when the new set drops, I have no idea. We're gonna find out though. And I am planning to dip back into a little bit of Magic when their set drops in January.
In shining sunlight.
Easy pass. So now I have to decide here, do I want to Riven or Plaza? It's probably just Plaza, right? We missed out on the Reforge token here, but...
The fight just isn't the same without you, Anna.
I am always here when you need me.
Yeah.
It's my time.
I don't think I want to offer this trade. Definitely okay with this trade. Get a single combat here, perhaps. Yeah, I think like this is like a 2.5 for 1, basically. They traded that, a single combat in the front half of that, so that's an okay exchange for us. Really glad to have Captain Pharaon in the wings here against this deck. Opponent's deck is definitely one of the go bigger decks in the format. Let's open on... Now let's open on Riven, so they don't have a good attack with this.
Here we go.
I've got the reins.
I'm something of an aspiring trichologist. Keep up, old man. Things are different in the field. What is this?
We have another Riven here, so it's like not that big of a deal.
I'm glad for your help. There's much to learn in defeat.
Yeah, the opponent's archetype is one that
Just serve.
BBG's been playing a bunch, so expect it to be popular. He's one of the bigger Runeterra streamers.
Prepare for battle.
Think I'm attacking with Riven here. Good draw with their attack here.
I fight for the fallen!
No turning back now.
I'm gonna do this here to discourage this attack. They have Pale Cascade. They have Pale Cascade.
I will end this here! Burns on.
They could Orient Soul this turn. That's true. I've only played one Blade Fragment, so I can't really go in on Riven.
The strength of the sun and my faith are one.
Hello, Runeterra. Let's rock.
So 23 out of 25. I think I'm just killing this to start.
I do love an audience.
I sense their power.
So let's give you quick attack. Give you overwhelm. Forge the blade.
Shattered hearts mend in time.
Give Riven the blade. And then we'll attack here. My poker hand is not bad. Well, that means they don't have judgment, so we've got that going for us. We could still get hushed here. I think we're in an okay spot. I think I need this as a chump blocker though, right?
You must be very Be quiet.
There's still much to answer for.
I don't know that I want to use this to just deal 2 here. It might be right. No. We're definitely not in a good spot. This gets to trade with Pharaon next turn, and then I only have 12. I basically need to draw another Pharaon here. Good beats. Good beats. They're random off. Their one random off of Orion's Soul was a second Scourge.
Never again will we fall to Dragonfire.
I mean, to be fair here, Precipic, their game winning play was Hush. It had nothing to do with Orion's Soul. Like we would 100% would have beaten Aurelian Soul there without the Hush. Like I think we might have even beaten the second 10 drop if they had, like, if Riven had survived, and we would have had 2 things there, and they would have had to play their other 10 drop to trade into one of our 2 8 power things. Here, Orion, or the things that Aurelian Cell generated were just like the finishers after the fact. I really like people like that, the person I just timed out, you're never gonna get better at card games. You're always going to suck until you get out of that mindset. Like, and that's one thing And that's one thing that a lot of the complaining in card game communities in general comes from. People are really bad at evaluating what actually beat them over the course of a game. Like, there's a bunch of different finishers that would have killed us there in conjunction with just good interaction. Like, the thing that won that last game for my opponent was the fact that they had Hush.
From behind a basilisk.
I am the blade in the darkness. We go as one.
I've got the reins.
And a pretty good chance of getting Supernova. I mean, you and I have different definitions of good chance, but as you will. I would use the phraseology non-zero as opposed to good.
To honor the fallen.
The spirit gives.
What's the mathematics on getting a specific card with Aurelian Soul? Anybody have that hyper-geo calculation offhand? I guess we can't even actually do that calculation because the devs have said that you are more likely to get cheaper cards. We don't know how much more likely you are. Alikalore, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Yeah, the odds aren't equal. So if you assume the odds are all equal, it's about 40%, I would imagine. But it's less than that to get the more expensive ones if it's skewed towards the cheaper options by some amount. And again, we don't know what amount it's skewed towards the cheaper ones by. We just know that in general it is skewed. To the person I just banned who came into chat that said you're trash, I hope whatever is so bad about your pathetic fucking life that you come into Twitch chat and post messages like that really improves. Because your life has to be fucking miserable that that's what you're spending your Sunday doing. Stop it, get some help. Man, this just, you know, can I just say I do appreciate the Runeterra community in general, because the person that just came into chat and said you're trash who we promptly banned, that person has message history here, God bless Twitch moderation tools, and who is shocked to find out that the toxic asshole that came in here and just told me I'm trash is a Magic the Gathering player? I for one am shocked that the toxic trash that just came in here was the Magic the Gathering player. Stunned, I tell you. Unfathomable. And I will say this, when I dip back into Magic next month with their set release, we will 100% be utilizing sub-only chat for that game again, because people like that are the norm in Magic on average in my experience. The Magic community is incredibly toxic and hateful. And honestly, yeah, the message history there is real bad. I'm surprised they weren't. It says they'd been banned 2 times previously before. So, yeah. Masterpiece, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. We should open with the scout attack in general. Also, probably doesn't matter. Hopefully we draw a dragon next turn. And get to do this. Thanks for the 17 months, Turtle. Welcome back. And honestly, thinking about it, and I talked about this before, I honestly think how Wizards produces their game and the way in which it's managed, in a way, helps breed that toxicity. I think it's easy. I think it's easier. It's easier for people to be toxic when they're more invested like that. And like it's incredibly unhealthy how the way Magic sells their game encourages players to have unhealthy relationships with it. And I think a lot of people end up being unhappy with Magic, and because they're unhappy with Magic but so invested in it, they don't bail out. And that being unhappy with Magic, it turns into toxicity in other ways, like coming into random streamers' chats and being a giant dick.
My lands need. Prepare yourself.
We're dead to Gem Pale Cascade here, right? This says Overwhelm, so they have double gem here. If they have a Pale Cascade, we're dead here.
My lands need. Prepare yourself.
Alright, so next turn, we can Pharaon plus still Decimate. No, not quite. Not quite there. I think I'm supposed to just Decimate here. I don't know, it's close. They could have another Deny. This is better against Deny. It's bad against Concussive Palm. These decks usually play Concussive Palm too, right?
Conflict is all in
Playing this, I think, is right, because I can play these two out here still. So even if they counter this, there's a chance we still kill them elsewhere. I am streaming, bud. I could be right to keep Baron in the opener here. It's really slow, though. This curve's pretty good. We found the dragon for this. Perfect.
Cold, I'm hungry, and there's rocks in me boots.
Finally, some action.
We wear red to honor the fallen.
peace.
Hey, Bunga, thanks for 11 months. I appreciate that. Good morning. So they stunned this, which would imply they want to put damage on Riven. I think I'm okay with that. They want to trade this plus another card for Riven. I think that exchange is fine for me. The Reforged tokens aren't that important. We're gonna flood the board with some scouts here. This play, I feel like, implies that Riven's about to get flocked here. I would venture to guess.
Alright, let's mess some folks up. Time to get rowdy.
Really surprised that she didn't die. You get two tokens out of it now with the scouts. I mean, she can't block Draven regardless because they have the axe.
I suppose.
Yeah, that sounds great, Scissor. You know, they haven't killed her yet. I'm gonna quick attack her and attack with this too, I think. Oh, they have a whirling? Wow. Wow, that really surprises me. They just like gave me 2 blade fragments they didn't have to give me. I feel like that's gotta be a mistake on their part, right? Just gave me a bunch of free fragments.
Axes coming right up.
No blocks.
Words of power linger in the air.
That's a really good one.
Yeah, I'm up. You wanted wrath.
Huh. Well, I was gonna blade fragment this, but now I think we're Plaza into Shyvana here. And I'm gonna Plaza before I attack, so that way, if this dies, the Badger Bear gets Challenger.
Scare me tail, stop the die.
I serve my people with pride. Suffer my fury.
So, they'll definitely axe to kill this here, but I think I'm okay with that. Really? Okay.
Raven down.
Are they about to play a rummage then, or like... Nah, I think the 1-2 has value as a chump blocker down the line. I don't think it's necessarily a guarantee that they ignore it.
They don't know what they're up against. The world's a big place. Let's see all of it.
Watch the fire breath this time.
A soldier should know to stay out of the way.
Shame we don't have one of our 3 copies of what's it called here. Yeah, we could just be dead to Ezreal here, I suppose. We could see a bunch of axes happen. So that's 2. Each of these is 2. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9. They, assuming all of these are blanks, they have 9 rolled up. Oh yeah, I'm actually just dead, right? Yeah, I'm actually just dead. They could discard these 3 cards to Ezreal. Wow! Wow, they're scared of Sharp Sight. Sick. Hey, sounds good, Scissor. Thanks for the biddies. That's really, really good for us here.
I found a home among the Dragon God.
We are your people, Anna, and you ours.
Maybe press a pick. Zoe Victor's a little different. Oh, you sent me a different variation. Maybe then.
I was born in battle. Make these pieces whole.
The party has arrived.
The time for talk is over. The cost of war.
Yeah, this is probably wrong. If they kill this, they don't die. And then I'm gonna die to Ezreal next turn. Yeah. Yeah, I should kill Ezreal here in combat. This was wrong. I should have looked at the eye before I line stuff up here.
Draven out?
Yeah. They have one non-piece of crap in their hand here. Man, fuck people on the internet this morning. Imagine coming into a Twitch chat, someone telling someone that they sound funny, and then getting upset when you get timed out and calling us toxic. Fuck right on off into the sun. Like, there's so much of that where, like, people, whenever people tell me I'm toxic, it's almost always because I'm holding someone else accountable for the things that they did or said. Fuck you. Like it's unreal. I'm the toxic one because I don't want to take shit from people that want to come in here and dump on me. Like, fuck right off. It's easily the worst part of my job is so many people expect you to just, like, roll over and take shit from assholes everywhere.
To serve the greater good.
The Winter's Claw strikes.
What's a warrior but hands to wield a weapon?
The heart and mind to aim its strike.
They said, I thought that was a good conversation starter. What an idiot. Yes, walking into someone else's home and insulting them is a good conversation starter.
Fire and fury burn in me.
Take heart.
Suffer my fury.
This attack is not great if they have Elixir for Braum here.
No turning back now. Violence to end violence.
Let the flames take you. Careful, Sephiroth.
Wait, the your trash person said that? God, people are just the worst. Also, like, so that person's either a liar or an idiot, because they're probably just an idiot because if you're banned in a Twitch chat, it doesn't let you send a message and it tells you that you're banned. So, like, either they knew that and they're a liar, or they didn't know that and they're an idiot.
Look lively, soldier.
All right, so we need to kill this turn. The question is, what's the best way to do that? Honestly, I kind of like Plaza into double blade squire here.
I'm cold, I'm hungry, and there's rocks in me boots.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Do I want to hold up sharp sights? A real question here.
I'm cold, I'm hungry, and there's rocks in me boots.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Finally, some action.
I'm gonna give my Darkin quick attack here. Yeah, being able to quickly pull up people's chat history is stellar. And just being like, actually, you're just awful. And we know you're awful because we can look at it. I guess if they have transfusion here.
Quickly.
Troll Chant's real good. Double Troll Chant is a blowout.
Kneel before me.
I'd never keep my guests waiting.
It is easy, see?
Let's see what they're made of.
Have you met my shield?
Bottoms up.
That'll do big. Is Vlad legitimately good this expansion? Remains to be seen.
Broken, never beaten.
Scargrounds is definitely good. Scargrounds, rephrase. Scargrounds Ember Maiden specifically is very, very good. One of the things, too, by the way, if you have 30 seconds, that user account, Yoda of Miami, Twitch has a report function, so if you want to report them for harassment and take 30 seconds to do that this morning, perhaps their account ends up getting banned because they're a shitty person. That would be. Their accounts existed on Twitch for a while, so that might annoy them. So I took a couple seconds to click through and report them for harassment. Draw. I think I'd rather play this on their turn, though. I'm gonna open attacks. They could be an Avalanche deck. I guess Avalanche Zoe isn't a strict combo. I mean, to be fair, most Twitch chats aren't places where people are interested in having discussions. Mr. Rune, thanks for the 17 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Are we gonna get Targans peaked? We are gonna get Targans peaked.
What's a warrior but hands to wield a weapon?
The heart and mind to aim its strike.
Well, I mean,
Serve the greater good.
Welcome to the tipsy hour.
we're gonna power up this and then make ourselves a blade
Under and there is life.
and do that. Yeah, but I mean, to be fair, treating someone's Twitch channel with the respect like you're in someone else's home isn't the way in which most Twitch chats get used, right? Like, I know a number of people that just, like, the thing they're upset about is the fact that they can't post garbage constantly in my chat.
The cost of war.
Hey, Pal Panda. Good morning. So they could get a Blade to Exile. They could also just see a bunch of shards here.
That's what you have?
Have a Blade Fragment. Although, why did they... Oh, they played it. They played it so it wasn't in their hand for Targan's Peak. Got it. I was like, why are they playing that now? Polar Scribe, thank you for the 37 months. Welcome back. I believe I believe we have died, chat.
No, we must start over.
I mean, copy pastas and nonsense are very popular. Like, it's funny, something that's super amusing to me is, it always makes me chuckle how much people claim to dislike things like clickbait titles and stuff like that, but like, clickbait exists for a reason, and like, content that's clickbaited is way more successful than content that's not. In fact, my second highlight channel is gonna start becoming a lot less informative in its titles and a lot more bullshit nonsense type stuff.
Never again will we fall to Dragonfire.
In an effort to ramp up engagement there.
Don't let them through!
I think I'm happy just trading these off here. I mean, it can be a neat puzzle from the content perspective. But from just trying to find the content I'm looking for, clickbait's pretty awful. I mean, it's not, the clickbait's not even about appeasing the algorithms. The algorithm does what it does based on how humans work. Like, the algorithm isn't something magical. The reason why stupid thumbnails and bad titles get you clicks through the YouTube algorithm is because that's what people engage with the most. The algorithm is 100% based on human interactions.
Go down, will you?
That's pretty good.
I've got the reins.
I think I'm chumping to gain 4 here at this point. So that's a great draw. Getting this off the table will be good. Oh, you know what? I should have done this inside of combat, right?
Another day guarding the walls.
Nah, Riptide Rex was one of the few nerfs that Runeterra has done that I didn't really agree with. Riptide Rex wasn't even really seeing play before they nerfed him. Hiroshi Blue, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. I think that nerf was largely undeserved. We might just like rally into rally next turn, huh? Hey, thanks for the prime, Hiroshi Blue. Good morning. So this is attacking, and it's dragging a bunch of sharks along with it. I think I'm into being able to attack myself here.
I'd rather that than the other way around.
Oh gosh, Hecarim's leveling too. Whale poop.
How you doing?
No further!
Ah, shut up. Ah, quit your yapping.
Rough. Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with that, Orochi Blue. Runeterra, I think, is one of the higher skill cap card games I've played. I guess I could like technically do this and then like dragon trade with this next turn, but then any ephemeral on their turn kills us.
No place for the kind.
Yeah, their deck seems sweet. Double shark chariot Plaza early was real good. Honestly, the higher amount of player agency in Runeterra compared to other card games, I think, is part of the reason why, as someone who's played like a number of different card games at this point, I definitely hear more in Runeterra I'm having trouble climbing on the ladder than I've heard in other games to date. And I think that in part that is because there's good players win more often in Runeterra. It's actually kind of an interesting note on turn cycles and how this plays out. Grand Plaza is actually worse when we're attacking on odds. We're still keeping it, but it's definitely better if we're attacking on evens.
I hope that was mud.
Reality is just your mind crumbling under what it doesn't understand, silly!
Opponent playing Zoe Diana.
To serve the greater good. What's a warrior but hands to wield a weapon?
The heart and mind to aim its strike.
All of the animations surrounding Zoe's card are excellent too. The Spell Thief animation and like the Paddle Star Trouble Bubble animations. Like just like the attention to detail in animations that like random cards in Runeterra have compared to like cards in other games is just like night and day. Putting Moonglow on Zoe here after I play Plaza seems like a weird play to me. Because, like, I'm pretty likely to play a Challenger and grab her. Now, maybe they have a Pump Spell or they have a Hush. Okay, that makes sense.
The enemies of day will fall.
I suppose we're just passing here at this point.
Celeste, paint me and Stomper playing catch with Zoe. I'm a serious artist now. I paint sparkle flies.
I'm something of an aspiring colorist.
Know your path where the mountain changes.
What's a warrior but hands?
Is the cat emote perfect there? I feel like the cat emote's perfect there.
Aim its strike.
It's the danger noodle.
Time to get rowdy.
This is a danger noodle in case anybody isn't aware.
Portal me something cool. Wheel turns. Day becomes night. Time to make colors.
Garruk, Predator of Scrubs, thank you for the 26 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around.
The dragon's rage claws to get out.
Okay, so we have that to murder Zoe with this turn. Hush. Rude. I think I want to just use the blade this turn.
No turning back now. I won't look back. There's so much to answer for. Break them.
This is the wrong path.
See if they have a third hush here. So we're looking to fade Sparklefly here.
Her light is our sword, her warmth our armor.
I think I need to hold Pharaon for now, because I want to be able to hold up Sharp Sight to kill Zoe.
Are you part person, part moon, or the actual moon? Moon.
I am mortal and divine, and moon.
Radiant strikes!
Devotion through battle.
I do this and save Shyvana. Huh. So, a kind of interesting dynamic now is I don't really want to kill Zoe because Zoe would give the rest of their team elusive next turn. They got Diana, they would have stunned with Zoe. That's a good thought. Can we just kill them? Their things these all have lifesteal, so I don't think so.
Look lively, soldier.
Well, I guess these have quick attack, which definitely helps. Okay, yeah, this forces a lot of their board off here.
Now I take to the sky.
5/5 Dragon before Shyvana. No, because if I put a non-quick attack before Shyvana, it lets them block and get lifesteal, then they have to block with fewer things. And I wanna force their board to be as clear as possible here.
There's only one true light.
I mean, I'm definitely the bad man here, press a pick.
Daylight warms the heart and lights
Okay,
the
so
way.
we gotta do this. So that way if they rolled sisters here, they play sisters, we kill them.
What once was two, now is one.
Eat.
Siblings once were inseparable.
So they need a guiding touch here. They're playing star shaping. Wow, I was not expecting that out of their deck.
Tread carefully.
Back to 19. Yep. Huh?
Unleash your draconic rage.
The strength of the sun and my faith are one.
Hmm. I mean, if they're gonna atrocity us, they should do that before they attack, right?
Do not test me. Forged in dragonfire.
Yeah, Zoe's level up basically gives you the equivalent of an emblem coming from Magic. Oh, this one's not Challenger, just these are. Right.
Focus on me.
Protector, shield me. Do not stray.
Yeah, needed to fade sisters on there. Needed to fade sisters on there. Solari Priestess Invoke. Or the Star Shaping, obviously.
Impossible.
Feel like that broke pretty unfortunately for us. We had two key points where we needed to dodge things. They had both the things at those points. Send me an email, Steve, ate my cat, ideally from the email that you donated from on the PayPal, and say, hey, here's a deck link update, and give me a Mobalytics link instead of a deck code. I think Sharp Sight is actually good early here in the Scouts matchup. NC, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel.
I'll burn for what I've done. The dead don't need riches. Ask me about dragon.
Does Zoe actually constitute bait in the Lee Sin deck? Because a lot of the things that kill Zoe don't kill Lee Sin, right? Supiapan, thanks for the Prime sub. I appreciate the 13 months. Welcome back. I've had Zoe Vengeance. Well, I mean, that's just kind of funny.
Time to get rich.
You will not break me.
Love ya.
I mean, you could probably do a formal analysis and create definitions for what constitutes lucky versus unlucky Korluski, but the amount of effort that doing something like that constitutes isn't really worthwhile compared to the meaningful information you're going to derive from it. The amount of effort it takes as opposed to, you know, what your takeaway is going to be is like not going to be great.
Got your back.
Very good draw here. In general, you're just kind of asking yourself, I in a sense, what, like here's an example, right? Like, you can calculate how likely it is that my opponent has second misfortune in 9 cards, but the answer is obviously not very likely, and it's unfortunate for us that they do. So, like, I could take the time and run some hypergeometric distribution calculations to figure out exactly how lucky were they, but, like, it's definitely fortunate to have 2 of your 3 of in 9 cards. Hey, I'm glad you're enjoying it, G-Money. It is a lot of fun, I agree. This Radiant Guardian alongside these Lookouts might drag us kicking and screaming across the finish line here.
Strike for justice.
Yeah, our deck's an aggressive deck, and again, like, this is why when people want to make card recommendations, I encourage you to read the chat. One, I'd encourage you to read the chat rules whenever you enter anyone's Twitch chat. But 2, the reason why I have that card rec command in my chat rules is I really want to encourage people to think through the details of, like, well, why do you want to make the recommendation that you're making? What is it fixing? What is it improving specifically? Oh, that's a good one.
Join the hunters, they said.
Wonderful. See them open attacks here. No open attacks is good for us. It means I get to drop Dragon Lord card Lookout before blockers. I think I want to hold double sharp sight here. There's no way they're not attacking.
Time to get rich.
Don't hold back!
Let's get to it.
Hey, Hunter Airy, thank you for the brand new Prime support. There's a lot of great people you can ship that to every single month here on Twitch. Thanks for sending it my way this month.
Carry your own gear.
End up at 14 with the lifesteal here.
Love ya.
Banish the unworthy!
Stand for what's right!
So I can trade these, and I think that's fine for me. We're going back to 20 here, which seems great. Oh, fuck's sake. Oh, God. Man, that's a good last card.
Surrender!
Ugh. Man, it's been a brutal morning. Think I'm supposed to do that? I need to kill this before she levels, right?
See the world from behind a basilisk.
Riposte off the, it is definitely been a riposte off the top kind of morning. I mean, if this card's not amazing, yeah, like, we're actually in an okay spot here now, all things considered, right?
Every way is a path.
The more we learn, the less we fear.
I don't fear those damned lizards. I hate them. Yeah, I'm at it, play.
She hates dragons, chat. That's an interesting piece of Vorthos. I think we're ahead now too. I agree. Our life total was really high for a little bit there.
Raven out.
Fine day to be in the field, eh, soldier?
Maybe we'll get to see a dragon up close.
Then like next turn,
You work, run if you don't!
I spotted something!
yeah, and then like next turn I get to play this and eat some things.
See.
Time to get rich. What is this?
Press on!
Ah!
I think we actually just daddy Theron, right? He's here to break the siege, chat. Yeah, I mean this card's good with this for sure. like a good one to end on. The siege has been broken. So, the early turns, that last game that we played, yeah, I think was a good highlight of just how powerful this card is in the aggressive matchups, right? Like, that last game, we had a couple of breaks that were really bad for us, like the second misfortune, a couple of key combat tricks, but the lifesteal from Radiant Guardian just really excellently being able to drag us kicking and screaming across the finish line there. A standout from that set of games in general was Dragon Guard Lookout. Like, I think this card was close to playable in Shyvana Shells last season, but the interaction with Grand Plaza and being able to rally, I think really puts her up over the top now. And rally triggering things like Riven to get you to your Blade to Exile quicker. Honestly, this list as a whole felt very reasonably cohesive. Yeah, not having to play Relentless Pursuit and being able to play a Relentless Pursuit that's stapled onto a threat felt really great. Getting to play Captain Pharaon as a powerful piece of top end, so you're like this kind of mid-rangey deck that also has this bomb against control decks was really good. Scorched Earth is just fantastic. Like I said, I think everything mid-ranger or controlling in this format right now needs to have probably needs to have some landmark interaction in it, and Scorched Earth is probably one of, if not the best piece of landmark interaction in the game right now, so getting to play that felt pretty good as well. So if you're looking for a Riven Shell and you also like Shyvana, I like this one of the champions I really like. This one felt good. So all right, we're gonna go ahead and shift gears to our next deck of the morning.